So yeah, I realized that I'm really became a monk, I'm really living like a freaking monk, man. Recently, I haven't been drinking anything. I haven't been smoking anything. No parties, no drugs of any sort. Not really anything social. I do not really consume any type of media, only books. I don't use Facebook. I don't use Instagram. I don't use any type of social media. I pretty much watch one piece of content every single day on YouTube. Like pretty much I plan it. Um, I do not really engage into anything that is pleasureful. I'm on NoFap. I'm eating like just as much as I need. I do not waste. I try to do nothing that is not necessary to do throughout the day. And man, I realize I'm just living like a freaking monk, man. Like I meditate every day, I do workout every day, and this is pretty much my daily routine. I wake up, I do yoga, I start working on my business, I work all day, I meditate, I read, I work out, I play the guitar and I start it over. And this is my day. And I have like so little than outsider thing that you would call pleasure. I do not watch porn. I do not watch movies. I do not listen to music. Uh, I don't do anything that would lead to pleasure. And can I tell you something? I'm perhaps the happiest. I wouldn't say the happiest, but I'm the most fulfilled. I feel that I have this freaking control over my life, because I just simply able to control all the pieces. Because I have just so little and just so much space to be able to concentrate on, you know. I have my business, I have my guitar, and I'm shooting these videos, and that's it. And I just have every single day I'm doing the same freaking thing. I'm eating the same thing, I'm doing the same thing, I'm wearing the same thing. This is because it just simply gives me a lot of mental space. And so basically, I would like to share with you some ideas that I've been coming through throughout this last season of my life. And so perhaps the biggest one is that pretty much everything is overrated. What do I mean by that? We are just these emotional creatures and these emotional animals, always looking to do more, to get more, by our nature, to get more resources all the single time. And what we do, therefore, is just always seeking and looking for other opportunities. And therefore, we are creating all these future scenarios in our minds that when we will get to somewhere in the future, then our life will change dramatically, tremendously, and we will become enlightened, and all of my problems will be solved. All of our problems will be solved. Because why? Because this is how our brain works, because this is how we are storing information. By the way, I just learned this from Alex Hormozy. Check out this dude's channel. This is the hottest and best channel on YouTube right now. By the way, he's the guy who I'm consuming his content only. That's it. And so we are just basically thinking in binaries. So we are thinking about either yes or either no. We are not thinking in a continuum. What do I mean by that? How does that work? What does that mean? We either think that, hey, I am a good person or I am a bad person. An even better example for that would be that, hey, I am good at math or I am bad at math. It's not like how good I am in math. It's not like, okay, from 1 to 100 how good I am in math. You are just considering yourself, I'm either good at math or I'm bad at math. So for example, if you had like a bad day, okay, I'm having a bad day or I'm having a good day. So we are just thinking in binaries, like, okay, I'm good with girls, I'm bad with girls. I'm good with working out, I'm bad with working out. My fitness is good, my fitness is bad. My writing is bad, my writing is good. And we're just thinking in these binaries because this is how our brain is storing information. This is easier to store information for our brain. Like this is how we work essentially. And so we are just coming up with all these yeses or nos, and instead of like thinking in continuums. So referring back to my initial statement here is that we are just creating all these future scenarios. So yeah, when I will have this house, my problems will be solved. And again, you're thinking yes or no. Okay, will this problem will be solved, or will this problem not be solved? What do I have a problem with? And so, like you think that, okay, all of my money problems will be solved when I will get this job. No. To what extent will my money problems will be solved? To what extent will my problems will be solved when I will get a car? To what extent will I be happy? And most of the times we are just creating to ourselves all these scenarios that, when I will get there, everything will be different. My life will be just so great, when weekend will come. When I will get the house, when I will have the money, when I will have the girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your future imaginary perfect scenario would look like. And man, I've been in the same place, and I tend to get into the same mental framework all the freaking time because I'm a human being. And I had this whole thing with my body. So I was like, when I was younger, it was like, when I will have my six pack, when I will have like a good or like a perfect or fitness or athlete body, or like call it however you would like to, then I will not have problem with girls, then my life will get better. Does it sound familiar to you? Does it sound familiar to you? Or when I will have money, or when I will be independent from my parents, or when I will have this business running, then I will be good. Now I have my business running. Now I'm independent. Now I have my body all figured out. And I'm the same freaking person, man. And I just realized, like, in the future, nothing will change. Like, I'm in this trajectory, and this is my financial goal, to become a millionaire in max a year. And I'm greatly confident that that thing will happen. If not till like if not like an extreme place like like this, but I'm already financially super good. So the point here is that, man, I will be the same freaking person, just with my body, like just since I'm meditating so much, like I'm just the same freaking person. Like nothing will change in the future, man. Like you will be the same thing. So stop trying to live in the future and come up with future scenarios where your life will be solved and all of your problems will be solved. And this is the thing, man. Like this, the second and perhaps the most important thing is that do less. Just don't want to do everything. And perhaps this is a new thing for me because I just got recently to the place where I'm just shifting from being like a child to being like becoming more and more of an adult. But pick your damn thing, bro, and stick with it. Like do the same thing all the time, every day. This is it. Like pick your thing and sacrifice everything else. This is what it is working for me, because this is like I'm just super. I'm just super content and peaceful all the time because I'm just doing the same thing. I do not even try to like go out there and like take like drugs and have this extreme stuff out there. I do not need that. I'm super grateful and I'm super good to be able to do my meditation session, my reading session, my working out session, and just really living like a monk, man. The life that you're seeing on Instagram is not true, bro. Those people who are showing up with those Lamborghinis and with all these, million followers, they are just people, bro. They're just having their experiences. And the whole point and the whole problems that I would like to drive this thing home is that you're just simply craving that thing because that is something that you do not have inside yourself. And again, coming back to the first point, you're just trying to project that outside of yourself, trying to find a solution outside of yourself. And this is the biggest lesson. This is the third and last one that I would like to share with you, which refers back to my first one. Nothing is outside of you, and this is what I want to talk about in this channel. You are 100% responsible for your life. Nothing is outside of you. No, none of your problems will be solved outside of yourself. Most of your problems are emotional problems, which means that you just have a lack. You just have a need for something and you're just trying to buy something to solve that, talk with a person to solve that. But nothing and no one can really solve that, because in the very first place, you were the one who've been creating it. And most importantly, if you're labeling it as a problem, then it will be a problem. And so just understand yourself better. Like this had been the biggest lesson for me, perhaps, to understand yourself better. Do the same things and just dive deep into this thing. And again, this is you, bro. Nothing outside of you can make up your life. This is you. You have the decision every single day how you're living. You have the control over your life. So choose it. And man, if you're living in comfort, then you're wasting your fucking life. Peace.